guys, this is Jeff from Offroad Alliance and Paul, here to talk about the new Morimoto headlight for the F150 Raptor and F150 F250. We're going to do the install on this Raptor, my Raptor. It's dirty, please ignore the dirt, but that's what it's used for. Pretty easy install. I didn't actually even use the guide to do the install. The kit does come with two headlights. It comes with a harness to convert if you have OEM halogen headlights. It also has an adapter for each headlight to work with your existing LEDs, and it also has an RF choke to prevent any static noise to the radio. You can see our old headlight assembly is popped out. This happens to be the driver's side. In the back, we've got one single connector. This harness is going to help attach that one single connector, and I'll show you how that attaches shortly. In the old headlight, high beam is low. Down here, your regular headlight is up high, and then of course you have amber around the edge on your parking light. Your turn signals are on the inside of the headlight when you turn them on. On the new headlight, you've got your regular beams up at the top, your high beams at the bottom. This also is an amber. It can come in white as well, and it's a sequential turn signal, and we'll show you that later. So as you turn your turn signal, it'll sequentially light up. Okay? When you're installing, the first thing that has to happen is the rubber has to come off the top of the grill. These are just simple push pins that can come out very easily. I like to use an automotive pry bar, something plastic where you can get underneath. Remove the push pins, make sure you save them, separate them so that you're going to put all these back, essentially. There's a couple of bolts that have to come off, and then the cowling snaps off. Be careful when you're snapping this off. This is the driver's side. Just use caution. They're push pins, and gently just work it back and forth until it's off. You don't want to snap this, obviously. This has to go back on, and it is a major part of your body and grill, so you want to keep that. Once that's off, then you can start to remove the headlight assembly. Inside, underneath this cowling, there's 4 bolts. Just remove the bolts, and then your headlight will lift up and out. There is a tab on the top here. Be careful you don't break it. You just have to lift the tab. It's a locking tab. Lift the tab out so it can separate away from the body. Okay, here we are on the driver's side. I've already taken the liberty to remove the headlight. I'm going to point out the locations where the bolts are. There's 2 across the top, 1 here on the side, and then 2 on the bottom, and 1 on the other side. This cowling is attached to the light, and 3 bolts across here have to come out before you can get the headlight out. Once you have those bolts removed, along with the push pins, make sure you lift up on the tab, and then lift and pull the headlight straight out. There's just 1 connector in the harness. Disconnect the harness, and your light is free. To install the new headlight, you're going to take the whip, right there, Paul, and you install this onto the OEM harness, which I've already done. That's going to have 4 connectors on it. Each connector is color-coded and fits right onto your new headlight. You will notice that some of the cables are plugged in already to a different harness. You're just going to unplug that. When you're completed with installation, you're going to have a lot of extra harnesses. These are designed if you don't have LED lights already. So at this point, all I'm doing is I'm connecting the harness that's from the OEM to the pigtail and into this light matching colors. This is the pigtail from the OEM harness, and you can see that the wires, colors match up, push in, they're weather tight, and they clip into place. Headlight is in place. There is a pin in the back right corner. As you put the headlight into place, make sure you line that pin up and then push the headlight straight into place. When you go to reinstall the headlight, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts that need to go back into place. Once those are tight, your headlight's installed. Then it's just a matter of putting back your cowling and putting it into place, and then we'll fire it up. All right, all 5 screws are back installed. Now it's time to snap the cowling back in place. Again, be careful, work slowly, make sure all the clips attach all the way in place. There is 1 more screw that holds this in place. Then we're going to put our shrouds back on, our rubber shrouds, put our intake back into place, and we're good to go. Okay, so I've completed putting the lights in, or light, I should say. I've got the driver's side in. I left the OEM factory headlight in the passenger side just to show you the differences between the two. So the Morimoto is installed here on the driver's side, and I'll have Paul turn the parking lights on. So you can see it still has the amber glow around the edge. The parking light matches nicely with the marker lights of the vehicle and the grille lights. It's a little bit brighter than the OEM and looks a little bit cooler for sure. If we put the headlights on, the top 2 light up for the headlights in the Morimoto. The single headlight lights up at the top in the OEM, and you can see the very big difference between the two. This is just a lot more crisp, a lot more clearer. Put the high beams on for me, Paul. With the high beams, the bottom two in the Morimoto light up, and the single bottom light in the OEM headlight lights up. One of the coolest features of the Morimoto headlights is the sequential turn signal. If you could put the right turn signal on, you could see it operates sequentially. And as opposed to the OEM one, it's just the simple blinking. So all in all, it takes about 40 minutes to install one headlight. I'd give myself an hour and a half or so to install both. Easy job, really simple, plug and play harnesses, not much wiring to do. Just take your time, don't break anything as you take it apart, and you'll be good to go. Enjoy.